Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Cold Iron here on Dork Tales. This is episode 4, a Bazaar Painted Red, and the first game that we are running of Cold Iron in 2025. I hope you had a great holiday season and that you are happy to be back here, because, y'all, I sure am. In fact, let's cowboy hat up. Folks, I'm Kelly. I'm your dungeon master here on Cold Iron, and for most of Dork Tales. I use he and him, and I am super excited to be jumping into game today because we've got a lot to do, and I love this campaign. It's a lot of fun. We're going to be hopping in right now, but first, I want to just let the players introduce themselves. Why don't we go around in a circle and say who we're playing today, who we are, and something fun. Let's start with Caitlan.
Hello, everyone. I'm Caitlan. I use she, her pronouns, and so does Zoe, the Warforged Paladin of the group. I'm not very fun, so...
You're pretty fun.
I bought a lot of work stuff, and I'm so excited because I'm a nerd. But a stethoscope and scrubs, and we're ready to go. And shoes that won't kill my feet.
This is
oh,
great.
God. Yeah?
We just got to get you started on your ASMR channel, and you're set. Speaking of somebody else who could do a great ASMR channel, it's Robin.
Hi, I'm Robin. I use she, her pronouns, and today I am excited to be back in the boots of Trixxi Blastemoff, our goblin gadgetsmith artificer of the group who uses she, her pronouns as well. Yeah. Speaking of shoes, I'm very excited. I got some convertible high heels over the holidays, and I'm very excited because I can't wear heels usually, but these shoes are amazing. So,
Nice.
Comfortable shoes for the win.
For the win. Also, very used to winning, it's Christine.
Aw. I was gonna say I could probably also do like a channel, but it'd probably be a mukbang channel because Teddy is busy on his bone right now. I put peanut butter on it, and all I'm hearing is slurp, 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 slurp in the background right now. But hello, I'm Christine. I use she, her pronouns. And today I get to play Belle St. Clair, our Tabaxi warlock of the group.
Fantastic. Also, I have no segue from that. Hi, Amy.
Hi,
I don't know, what am I saying?
Amy.
Something mukbang related? I don't know.
I really have nothing related to that.
got
I mean,
nothing.
I do have some food in front of me, and I am eating waffles, but they're not for sharing. Sorry. So, hi, I'm Amy. Pronouns are she, her, they, them, and I'm playing Carrion Slaughterhouse, the mixed tiefling orc ranger, soon to be gunslinger ranger of the crew.
I like that you said that you're a mixed, like, ranger, like your heritage is ranger.
Well, I said mixed orc tiefling.
Ranger. Okay, sure. Okay. I heard a hyphen where there
And then
wasn't.
ranger.
All right, tell me something fun about
I mean,
yourself.
you can, considering it's just, verbal, you can certainly interject punctuation where you see fit.
Are you fun?
Feel
Is your
free.
fun thing that you have waffles?
Yeah, probably. That's the most
Okay.
exciting thing right now.
Nice. All right. One last exciting thing before I talk about our most exciting thing is Kat.
Hey everyone, my name's Kat, and I use she, her pronouns, as does my wonderful girl, Taliina'a, or Bunny, or Tally, who is our Seraphim Aberrant Mind in the group. Fun thing, I'm going to look at more bunnies tomorrow.
Too many bunnies. Too many bunnies in your house, Kat.
So many bunnies. I had a bunny yesterday with me at work, and it was great.
Oh my god. Hey, folks,
Not
you know
even one
what?
of mine.
God. You know what? If you, Kat, I suggest you check this out as well, because if you need something fluffy and cuddly in your house that won't chew on all of your internet cables and poop everywhere, might I recommend our sponsor for the day, Bookwyrm Games, because they have a brand new backer kit that you can get in on right now. It is this fantastic collection of Fae Friends, plushies and pins. So a number of pins on the market, including a flumph. They have I don't even know, it's like a frog with a toupee. It's pretty awesome. It reminds me of William Shatner. But they also have a absolutely wonderful plush there of the snuggly, the most snuggly, God, what is it? It's like, anybody who remembers anime back in the 90s, it kind of looks like a Cabot moth. Remember Cabots? They were a thing. But it is absolutely cuddly. Michael from Bookwyrm has gone over it repeatedly with me and talked about all of the different things that make up this, like how they designed it, how they built it. And it is plush, cuddly, has bright pink eyes. It is absolutely wonderful. Cat, you should get it because it is not going to, you know, make a mess in your house. Bookwyrm Games has been a fantastic sponsor, and I would love it if you went and check this out. They are right now collecting like pledges to pledge. So go check out that website. It is pinned right there in the Twitch chat or down below in the YouTube. If you are watching this later on YouTube, it would do us a big solid if you went over there. But also, if you need some dice, head over to their website, bookwyrmgames.com. Use code DorkTales to save 15% on any of your purchases. And if you spend 100 Canadian, which, as someone who earns money in Canadian, that's not much. So if you're living anywhere outside of Canada, use that. You'll get free shipping worldwide. Maybe even transplanar. I don't know. I live on Earth, unfortunately. But I can still get dice delivered really quick by Bookwyrm Games. Thanks, Bookwyrm Games, for being an amazing sponsor. So, folks, we're going to be heading into game in just a sec. This is the first ColdIron of 2025, so I want to do a little recap. We haven't played in about 3 weeks, and I am just going to give you a couple of updates for the channel. So, a couple of things that you should probably all be aware of is it's a new year. We've adjusted the schedule slightly, so if you are into some of our other games, Wednesday is going to have Transylvania Chronicles bi-weekly. And in about a month, Mage is going to be moving to Wednesdays. I'm going to announce this other places too, but we're going to start having World of Darkness Wednesdays, alternating Mage and Vampire to make the schedule a little more stable. We are going into the finale of Phandelver very soon. So I would love it if you joined us on Monday nights for the next couple of weeks for Phandelver. And we are having our finale actually on a Wednesday night for some reason, maybe to fit someone's schedule. I don't know. I don't know what's going on really, but I suggest that you come and check it out because you might see some faces that you would truly love to check in on. Vecna Eve of Ruin has already run. We are going to be back with that not this Friday coming, but next week on the 24th, where we are headed into Ravenloft. I wonder which person is going to guest star for that. You know, it's probably Michael. But besides that, there are a couple of other things. We are almost done with Osric's Heroic Histories, our high-level book that's going out on Dungeon Masters Guild. The ColdIron setting package is going back into development on Wednesday with World Building Wednesday. And we're doing a giant push right now. So if you go over and join the Patreon at any paid tier level, there are a couple of perks that I would love to see. So even for $1 a month, we'll start counting you toward that total. And if we hit a number of patrons in a month, we have hit that goal, even if that goal does not stay consistent at the end of the month. So at 175, Christine is going to be running a brand new campaign. It is going to be a Regency era Jane Austen style Dungeons and Dragons game called An Unexpected Invitation, I believe. I already have my character picked out. He's going to be a big, beefy Colin Firth orc named Lord Tuscamus Orkington. And I'm going to have to build tusks and learn how to speak fancy around them. So that's going to be a lot of fun. At 200 patrons, I am going to put up a generic poll for what game you would like me to run during the day. I will start another campaign using a campaign module so that I have more time to plan this, and you'll let all the Patreons vote on it. So the patrons will be able to vote on things like Out of the Abyss or Princess of the Apocalypse, but also some third-party stuff like Sunken Isles or maybe even like Chains of Asmodeus. Right? Something like that. Maybe not that, because that kind of is a sequel to Avernus, and I don't want to spoil myself. But 200, we do that. At 225, Jen might run something, and at 250, I'll run something even crazier. We've got even more than that. Just check out the Patreon. It would be really helpful, because it really does fuel the channel. Besides that, does anybody have any questions before we begin? All right, that's nice and easy. So, last time here on ColdIron, you all paid for the services that were required to heal Taliina'a. By going into the catacombs Tish, catacombs beneath the temple of Bitrus. There you had been informed that a number of the sacred felines that roamed the temple and the walls of the city had been being harassed. You scoured through the catacombs for a while until you eventually found a strange, dark, dog-like creature, cornered it, beat the crap out of it, and it turned out to be a celestial messenger from the god Zarli, the god of dogs, who also is known as a messenger spirit, who sends out these little like puppy sprites, basically, to go and deliver messages. This one had mistaken its location, and the spirit Toddy had instead decided that it should probably harass cats instead, because it is ultimately a divine puppy. You were able to safely extricate it from the catacomb, thereby fulfilling your vow, and were able to deliver its message to a priest of the god Zalos, who had been enjoying some coffee in the holy grounds, a small coffee-oriented temple of death, gossip, and memory in many respects, after the god, the micro god Marab. And from there, you decided to go out and play some ball with the puppy and leveled up to level 2. So, we're going to be starting in just a minute. But, as we do that, let's go ahead and cut in here. As you all head outside, the man or creature known as Zerthus stirs his coffee and watches the heavy cream swirl and cycle around the cup. And as he does, he pauses, as if startled by a tap on the shoulder. Oh! Hello there. I hope you're enjoying the show. It's probably best if we set aside a little bit of this artifice, this distance between me and you and I for a moment, to get to the heart of the matter. Viewer, I know what you are. I think you know what I am. Are you interested? Are you having fun? I am so far. What I'm really interested about is, in just a few minutes, those women are going to be in a world of hurt. Now, you've seen the preamble, right? The events that set things in motion, the man in black, and, well, you haven't seen those yet? Don't worry, you will. I'm sure there'll be a flashback. But keep your eyes peeled. There's a lot more hiding in those scenes than in plain sight. And I tell you where all this was going, but that would ruin the surprise. Until then, though, enjoy the show. And, be seeing you. With a smile and a shrug, he stirs his coffee again. The cloud of cream forms a vibrant bazaar. An excited creature darts between the teeming life there. And you see 3 women tossing a small wicker ball back and forth. Who's the first person that's throwing the ball to Toddy, the puppy? All right, Trixxi, I want you to make me an athletics roll to throw that ball.
Athletics, you say?
I do say it.
Okay. Athletics. 7.
7? All right, so you do a full mom throw with that, just which is a bit of a misnomer. My mom is the one that taught me how to throw and play baseball and stuff, and she's got a hell of an arm on her. But you do kind of one of those, and the ball is going to bank off the ground and roll a bit. Is anybody going to try to interfere with this before the dog tries to dart forward and grab it? All right, so once again, Toddy, the small celestial being that you are playing with, outside in the daylight, looks much more like a regular puppy. I would say he's about 1.5 feet long from nose to tip of tail. The tip of his tail is a little mote of light on top of this mass of black. And whenever it's in the shadow, it glows almost like the tip of like an anglerfish's lantern. But out here in the sunlight, it looks mostly normal. Maybe like someone has painted it with a little bit of fluorescent paint to reflect the light. Painting animals is not something that doesn't happen around here. It's going to dart forward and is going to attempt to catch that ball as it rolls under a giant cart being pulled by a pair of quadrupedal sarns. These sarns are vaguely feathered around the ruff of their scales, their large shoulders rolling as they down the street. These are slightly larger than Brahmin bulls. Think like lizards the size of aurochs with big leather muzzles that are wrapped around their mouths. They're casually chewing something on the inside, and the gnome that is driving them is going to be coaxing them ever forward. And to do so, despite the fact that they are chewing something kind of idly, you can see that there is a large rodent, a very stupid looking type of rodent, kind of a mix between like a guinea pig and a football, that is dangling hogtied off of a rope, kind of bouncing in front of the cart to make it go. To its credit, this cappy pig does not seem perturbed. And in fact, it is munching out of a little bag of hay that is hanging upside down from its head, going. All right, perfect. So with that, the tiny celestial puppy is going to skid on the ground and is going to snatch the ball up, skidding between the legs of the Sarn and ducking out. The Sarn is not going to even notice, paying so much attention to the Cappy Pig, which is now its name. By the way, I was looking for monsters to throw at you in the next couple games, and in Tome of Beasts 3, there's something called a capybara. It is a capybara the size of a bear that has its own internal social structure and, like, history rituals, and I love it. Thank you, Kobold Press.
Capybara.
Capybara. I'll show you on the break. All right. So it's going to dart back and is going to run back in your direction, looking for somebody to hand the ball to. It is going to run up and deposit it on the feet of Zoe. It looks up at you and says, "Do you have? Can you throw it far? Can you throw it far? Throw far, 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 far."
Yes, little one. I shall endeavor to do so.
He starts pulling on your. He leaps up and starts dragging on your shawl, your red wrap,
Oh my.
and starts like you hear like a slight, as he starts ripping into the stitching.
Oh well, that will be easier to make more bandages. Here you go. And she will pick up the ball and throw it.
Give me an athletics test.
All right. Oh, buddy. I rolled a 6. What do I add? +2. 8.
An 8. All right, that is
8.
going. That's going to bounce off. It's going to roll over next to a display of an old dwarven woman who's selling all manner of like wrought metal earrings. Some of them are iron, some of them are copper, some of them are. None of them are particularly precious metals. A lot of them are particularly hardy metals, though. And this old dwarven woman, which must speak something of her, she must be at least 450 years old. Bent as she is, she's barely the size of like a 4-year-old human, at least in height. Bent over a gnarled stone cane. She's going to look down at the dog and say, "Get out of my stall unless you're going to buy something, pup. Hey, keep your dog on a leash."
Oh, apologies. She'll run over and try to pick up Toddy.
Okay, go ahead and make me an athletics check to grab, or an attack roll. Either way works. Make me an attack roll. That might be easier. Okay, and I'm going to make an acrobatics check to try to.
I can throw as far as a wolf fudge. Huh.
I mean,
Oh, I
I've been
rolled
waiting for
11.
that to say that, but you're doing your description. I didn't want to interrupt, but that's what Trixie's saying immediately after Zoe throws like almost the exact same throw that Trixie did.
Duke, Duke, Duke.
That would be a 15
A 15?
for attack roll. Yeah.
Okay. You are going to be able to grab him by the scruff of the neck
Oh.
and
well.
pick him up. He's going to kind of just shrug at you and start going, stop.
Oh, okay. She'll get back to the group and just like let him like pounce, jump up. Well, that was fun.
And he's going to just the wicker ball out of his mouth with a layer of. It's ectoplasmic if you're a ghost. So what is it if you're a celestial? Heavenly
Celestial goo.
goop. Yeah, it's just goop. It's just goop. So he's gonna go blah, and this etheric slime is just going to roll off. Taliina'a, what kind of shoes do you wear?
She is actually probably wearing a pair of really pretty heels. That look actually kind of like Mimics.
Okay. All right. So treasure chest heels. Got ya. With like eyes everywhere and stuff. There is going to be this sensation as this wicker ball kind of just gets deposited on your open-toed heels. And this slime, which feels the tactile sensation of glitter between your toes, just kind of.
Oh,
Throw.
disgusting. Ew. No, find somebody else. Go.
Wait, hold on a second. And Trixie's gonna like rummage through her bag to grab some like empty vials and just start scooping up the ethereal dog spit, celestial dog spit.
And at the same time, Tally's gonna just kind of like trying to wave this dog away, like, go find somebody else. Gross. And she's gonna press the digitation her feet and shoes because that is disgusting.
So Belle is going to swoop the ball up, and Toddy, the celestial pup, is going to look up at her and just kind of give you the eyes.
Here, can I throw?
Oh, sure.
I will attempt to give it a throw. Is it the athletics or?
Yes, give me an athletics roll, please.
Okay. Okay. That is a. Oh, hold on. Zoom in slightly. That is a 16.
A 16. All right, you are going to launch this ball. Which direction are you kind of throwing it? Like you're along a stretch of Bazaar. So I'm assuming that you kind of went and see. You were down in the heading out of the Ori Halcom Row, and then you went up to the grounds of Mars. So yeah, you're in Ori Halcom Row, which is where the Painted Bazaar is, kind of a bohemian artisan area around you. Think like the ground here, as you're watching this dog rush around, is painted with just all manner of bright colors. The ground is splashes of yellows and reds and all sorts of brilliant paint. And every time a bit of paint has been, everything is covered in graffiti here. Tasteful, and whenever it wears off, a new layer has already been put on top of it by the time that you notice. There are dozens upon dozens of stalls nearby where artisans are selling their craft. Everything from pottery to different types of food, certain amounts of like pemmican jerkies, seeds, things like that. Less of that, but like some seeding for, say, like flower boxes and small gardens, not like, like rows of potatoes and bits of wheat. There's all manner of strange shops around here, and from where you're standing right now, you're kind of like halfway up one of the main roads. where it goes straight for a bit, and then behind you, it kind of banks around a right angle with the flow of the city. So it comes to a stop about 50 feet to the south. Which way are you throwing it?
Probably throw south.
Throwing south. All right, so hurling it that way, there is mostly just a ton of people there. But with a roll of 16, that is a fantastic roll. He also got a 16 maneuver the crowd. So he is going to be rushing through the crowd, barking his full head off as he is rushing between legs. He is diving over baby carriages and is just making a... actually not as much of a scene as he could, because that was a really good roll, and he's very focused on how far that's hitting. But he's going to vanish into the crowd. Good throw.
I'm sure he'll probably be okay.
So, as you're looking around here, waiting for him to come back, what's the plan for today?
So what time of day is it? Because we woke up and did this activity first thing. So is it sort of near like
It's sort of
noonish,
near
I
about
guess?
noonish. And with that in mind, I would like just a constitution check from Zoe and Belle. Carrion, make it with advantage.
$17.
17? Okay.
Yep.
Perfect.
12, and thank goodness for the advantage.
Okay. So, did you take resistance to fire, remind me? As part of your background, Carrion?
Yes, I...
Okay. All right, and Belle, what'd you get?
Sorry, it was Constitution, right?
Just a constitution check.
Okay. Yeah. That is 22.
Looking at your rolls, Carrion, looking around after throwing that ball, you are going to get a good look at the bottom of your sleeve and realize that from about 3 inches down your arm to about 3 inches down your chest, you are soaked. Like, it is high noon right now, and this area is covered in paint, but it's got a lot of reflective light. You are very warm. Even coming from Taliina'a, you normally are used to extreme temperature, but man, it feels like you're closer to the sun here. Like, you're fine, but you are going to want to get some drinks soon, like some iced beverage or something, or some fruit juice would go a long way. Zoe, it's very warm here. You and Belle are not from particularly hot areas, but it's definitely a hot day, which is kind of odd because if I remember correctly, it is going into winter at this point. You can't imagine what this would be like in summer. Taliina'a and Trixxi, I'm going to say that you are enough acclimated. Well, actually, Trixxi, you've only been here for about 3 months, so go ahead and make me that roll with advantage too.
And Tally comes back out of the coffee shop with a hot coffee.
No. You're that bitch. Okay, good. You're the California bitch.
22.
22, you're fine from working in heat. Also, you're used to like welding and stuff, so it's not like you don't want to like get sunburned or something. You don't want to like get your skin turned like puce. No. Mud. I don't know what a dark color of green. Swamp.
Get out of my swamp. Shrek is love. Shrek is life.
Shrek is love, Shrek is life. All right. So, yes, but it's about noon today. You could go find some food. You could go shopping for some things, check out the local area. The market is teeming with people. After arrival day, people are looking for work. There are a number of people doing like call outs for jobs and things like this, mostly laboring positions, beyond Prospect proper. But there are... Go ahead.
Trixxi is wanting to follow up on the rumor that Heberlin, I think that's what I called him, right? Yeah, Heberlin, Bronze Arm told about Camp Nowhere being just completely gone. So
Okay.
she's gonna try and find like the workers kind of bar or something to maybe hear if anyone else can kind of confirm that what they heard.
So you probably want to go to the Chancellor then. The Chancellor is the oldest tavern in Prospect. It's also an unofficial Church of Brig. So if you want to touch in with the god of hospitality, it was originally built as a public house for halfling workers and still maintains a lot of that status today, even though anybody's welcome. It is the most mid-range British-style pub in the entire city.
So I know it's probably it's a little bit hot for you newcomers. This is the winter, so I'm not even gonna imagine what it's gonna be like in the summertime. But I need to go get some information. I heard some terrible rumors about Camp Nowhere, and I know there's the Chancellor pub where I might be able to find some information about it. Would you guys want to go there for a break from the heat and get some food?
Yeah, sure.
That
Why not?
sounds good. It is quite warm, although I do not sweat. I can appreciate those of you who do. And let's go. We have not
I
eaten
can tell
this
you right
morning
now that the summers are even nicer.
since this morning. Nicer, you say?
Mm-hmm.
With a stiff, cool breeze?
No, it is so warm in the summer. It's just heavenly.
Oh my.
And as
See, I
you
think
say,
it'd be more the other place.
Yes, I would agree.
as you're talking about heavenly things, you'll hear a bit of yipping as Toddy rolls back up with the ball, smiles, and you can see that as he was crashing through the crowds, he's taken this wicker ball and it is not a ball anymore. It is not even an oblate sphere. It is more of like a pancake at this point. And he's just going to start smiling as he crunches it up and starts swallowing entire swaths of wicker. Just
No, don't
no,
do that.
no.
Trixie's gonna. And
That
in mouth.
seems unwise, Toddy.
which hand are you using to pluck it out? The good one or the robot one?
Probably the robot one.
All right, cool. Go ahead and make me a dex check to remove dex plus animal handling.
Dex plus animal handling. All right. That is cocked. Right between a 2 and a 20. Love that. All right. 9 plus 2 is 11.
11. Okay, so you are going to manage to get some of it out, but damned if he doesn't swallow a huge amount of it and start coughing. And
That's gonna be your problem later.
then starts
Buddy,
gnawing on your
stop
hand.
biting Belle.
And then starts gnawing on Belle because
Pointing at the dog, being like, "Is that coming with us?"
I mean, I guess until
what time is
Is
it?
there a reason he shouldn't?
Yeah, it's up to them.
What time is it?
It's about noon.
Uh-oh. I have to get back to work. Thank you very much for all of your hospitality and fun. Much love.
Thank you.
goodbye.
Bye.
Be seeing you. If you want to ever talk, leave a ceremonial biscuit at one of the altars.
That's good to know.
Bye. And with that, he will sneeze and discorporate into motes of glitter.
I like the flare. The flare is Wonderful.
You can hear barking echoing through the ethereal realm as he vanishes.
Goodbye, Toddy. You were,
And with that, you are all free to roam the Painted Market, make your way toward lunch. Are you headed straight there, or are you going to stop at any of the stops along the way?
If y'all want to head down to the bar, I might do a little bit of shopping.
yeah, that, unless anyone else has any particular needs, I'm a bit strapped on cash lately. So we'll have to earn a bit. My last client exploded.
I don't
Or got
require
shot.
extravagant items.
I like a nice pretty thing or two.
Yes, I think that I'm fine for now. I just need the normal basics. I want to start looking around in a bit to find some information and a job, but
Oh, though, at some point, I would maybe like to find some bandages. Actual bandages? She'll look down at her cloak that's kind of tattered and torn, like perhaps she's been using that. And supplies for the bandages. And perhaps some potions of health as well. Those kinds of things. But I only have clink,
you're
clink,
gonna-
clink, 6 gold.
You
So
might want
perhaps
to.
This is later. Problem.
Yeah, as well as with the new influx of people off of the ship, everything is let's just say owners like to boost their prices when they know that there's going to be lots of demand and lots of supply. So right
Noted.
now you're going to be playing peak tourist tax, I think they call it. So it might be good to. I mean, it works, right? There's 3,000 new people that are here, so
Requiring
Can confirm.
sustenance.
Supply and demand and all that.
Requiring sustenance. Perhaps they need a cook.
Perhaps.
it's very true.
I do not have a resume on me, but I have my skills.
Not sure they care.
Burner.
I mean, you made quite a delightful arrangement this morning, so I'm sure if you decide that you like glory, you might, I'm sure the madam will want to keep your services on if that is something that you are enjoying. And
Thank you.
you are also very pleasant to be around as well, so I wouldn't mind seeing all of you around the glory, but that is obviously selfish, and if you find a better job, you should totally seize that opportunity.
And
Thank you.
Admittedly, I'm sort of hoping to venture to some of the other towns. I
That
don't
is fair. Contract work could work.
really want to stay in. What is this place? Prosperity? Prospect?
Prospect.
Ugh. The prospects do not
like-
seem great. So,
I mean,
And
depending, I've been trying
sounds
to
like
get
there's-
out too.
more Sarns out there, and that does have its appeal. And I still have people I'm searching for.
Yeah, I kind of forgot about that myself.
Shall
Well,
we be
I-
off?
Yes, let's head off to the Chancellor. I'm just to kind of be open and honest with you. I heard from a friend that travels and sells merchants. He doesn't sell merchants. He's a merchant selling items. That one of the town.
An important
Trixxi?
distinction.
Make me an
Yes?
insight roll. Or make me a perception roll, please.
Okay, they're the exact same. I was gonna be like, can I make a
You need to make a
15. I'm gonna throw determination on that
Beautiful.
to make it a
17.
17. I can do math.
Yeah, looking around, you are saying this right in the middle of an incredibly busy street. There are people who are listening into your conversations. You can see a number of people moving around, keeping eyes on you. A couple in a flirtatious manner. You are 5 rather attractive, like feminine-shaped and women. I'm gonna refer to Zoe as a woman from now on. Okay, it's just easier. But for women,
Excellent.
and a sexy robot is just not as easy to say.
It doesn't really roll off the tongue as well.
I mean, I don't know. Maybe it does. We'll see what Zoe wants to do in the future. But you can see that people are paying attention. So just letting you know, if you want to talk about this publicly, it might be better to do in a booth at the Chancellor. Otherwise, if you don't
I was
care,
gonna say. On the, she'll see, like, I kind of assume we might have been walking, but if people are kind of like looking and throwing ears, Trixie's just gonna be like, maybe we should continue this the discussion over lunch. It's not really a public display.
And then lead the way.
Okay.
And Trixie will start to head off to the Chancellor.
All right. So Taliina'a, are you headed over there as well, or are you going to go shopping somewhere first?
She'll probably tag along, actually.
Okay. That piqued your
Interesting.
interest enough?
Yeah.
Okay. So we cut ahead to the lot of you making your way inside of the warm glow that is the Chancellor. Now, the Chancellor is a lot of things. First of all, it was once the oldest and first tavern that was built here where the city was being established, right when it was a mining colony. Halfling laborers had been brought in from Avalcini in Emrys to do some of the structural work. They work long hours, they fit in small places. And they built this place to fit themselves, primarily. However, actually pause 1 sec. That's okay. Does he need to go out? Okay. You want me just to wait for a minute? I'll just wait for a minute till he finishes peeing. Okay. So, pause. I'll put a pause here. Sorry, guys. I got to pause for the pause. In the meanwhile, let me tell you a gross story that happened this morning. Robin, you're going to love this. As Doggy Mom, not
Gross
Doggy
story?
Mom are. So
Do I want a gross story?
So, yes, because it's funny. So, talking about dogs swallowing things they shouldn't, Teddy spit a bit up on the bed this morning as he was getting up. So that wasn't fun. It's in the wash. It's fine. But after he did so, he spat something out of his mouth that he had swallowed and caused the problem. And he was like, started chewing it again. And I'm like, oh God, fine. Yeah, whatever. I'm too tired to care. But then I look down and I'm like, what is that? So I reach into his mouth and I pull out like a little stick. And whatever, he's a dog. He swallows little sticks and pieces of wood. But as I'm doing that, another piece falls out from his lip. The reason he got sick is that he swallowed a wood chip the size of a postage stamp. I was like, I don't even know what's going on with this dog, man. He eats everything. Like he ate some of Christine's underwear. He ate, he's constantly stealing my socks. He tried to, Kat came over for a bit last night, tried to like eat her skirt. It's just such a change after Charlie, who never did this to anything. Like,
Wasn't he like teething now?
He's teething. He's eating everything. It's fine.
Yeah, so he's
Also,
gonna
I
be
don't
chewing
know,
on absolutely everything.
Yeah, you didn't
forever.
know. I think we should ask Christine about Charlie when his
Oh, he
first
probably
year,
did, but like I'm
because-
talking about when I knew him.
When he was a grown adult.
Yes, the important time. God, I hope Teddy doesn't turn out to be a jerk. He seems like he's gonna be nice, but like,
He's a puppy.
He's a baby. He's like
Little
with
Very
terrible
long.
twos.
You can't expect him to be Charlie instantly.
that's fair. He's very long now, though. All
He's
right.
so long.
Do you want to keep him, or should I try? He'll probably sleep on the couch. Okay, you can keep it. Yeah, I'll keep him for a little bit. Just shut. Do you want to go lay on the couch, Teddy? Want to go lay down? No, he doesn't care. All right. So anyway, yes, even good jerk dogs are good dogs. But is he following you, Teddy? Is he with you or me, Christine?
He's with you.
Okay, he's out in the hallway still, staring at the door. I
Yeah.
think.
Well, I've closed the doors, so he's restricted to hallway.
Teddy, you have this entire room. Get in here. Teddy. Hi.
So Discordian, it's kind of winter, so there's not a ton of bugs around. So I don't know if Teddy tries to eat insects yet, because we
hope
don't
he's not
have
going to.
flies as much.
We get wasps in the summer. I don't want him trying to eat the spicy flies.
Spicy flies.
I don't want a dog with a big swollen face.
Is that so? Don't knock my camera over. Also, fun thing, I was finding, guy, you leave my notes alone. Leave it. Last thing before we head back in. So I tab the hell out of my books. You leave my notes alone. What are you doing? That's oops all rogues. You can't eat that. Leave it. Here, go out here. Go out on your thing. Go. There you go. But he's learned how to remove tabs from my books so that he can eat them. which is bad for two reasons. Don't eat the plastic tabs, and also they're there for a reason. So if I find
If it's at dog level, then it is for dog. That is the reason.
All right, so Christine, we'll break again if he gets rowdy in there, but he was whining at the door. Okay. I'll be back.
Let me in. Let me in.
Let me in!
He cannot.
He
be
has-
sweet.
He has
It's not
that
him
problem.
doing that. It's him just chasing the bone.
Oh,
And it skitters across
yeah.
wood floor and then runs into a door, and then he bangs it against the door as he's like playing with it.
Amazing.
The thing is, he's at the age where everything annoying he does is funny. And that's why it's like, God damn it. Why does it have to be funny?
Because that's how we don't kill the animal.
That's true. It's a natural defense being a comedian. All right. So, I'm going to cut back in here, and we'll just do it as we do it. Now, the Chancellor is many things. It was founded originally as the first tavern here, when they were bringing over halfling workers from Avelsini, the controlled province north of Emrys proper. Halflings are great workers. They're small, they work long hours, and they're very technically knowledgeable. So building things like the infrastructure that was needed to keep the multi-layered strata of Prospect working was great. The dwarves helped build the mines alongside of the humans from Emrys, and the halflings managed to do a lot of the work that wasn't particularly designed for stronger backs. But they needed a place to cool off, because there's nothing more that a halfling likes than, a nice pint at the end of the night. At least that's the stereotype. Well, the Chancellor is the epitome of that stereotype. The only thing is, it was built for halflings originally. The main heart of the building is, at its tallest, about 6 feet. Many humans, and especially things like Goliaths and Orckin, find this particularly hard to navigate. But throughout time, the popularity of the Chancellor has led to it being expanded. And the fact that it serves as an unofficial church of the god of hospitality, it gained a reputation for honesty. If you go to the Chancellor, you're going to get, if you want a beer, you're going to get a beer. It's not going to be cut. It's going to be made of beer. If you get a bottle of wine, it's going to be at a fair price. It might not be the fanciest wine, but you'll be getting what you pay for. Even during surge pricing seasons, their prices still remain saner due to their ties to the church. And as such, the building has been accommodated. It has been renovated and built atop year after year. Now, the main house now stands about 10 feet tall at the ceiling. There are places where you can see that the building was literally cut in half and raised. Different striations, like fissures in rock, line the side of the building, where it had been bricked to allow it to stand a bit taller. There are side corridors, smaller rooms branching off like a pinwheel from the main house, some of them 3-4 feet tall. There's one small bar that's located at the back of the main room, about at chest height for a human, that is roughly the size of an armoire, built into a hollow of the wall, specifically designed for anyone who is shorter than a foot. It has a large sliding door that covers the entire side of one of its walls that opens to allow small plates of food to be served into it. And as you enter for lunch, the place is teeming with people. You can hear the sound of fiddles playing, clinking glasses, the smell of hearty winter fare. Now, it is very warm outside. So the hearty winter fare that you're seeing around here, so right now inside of this, it's winter. And taking a look at what we have here, there is going to be a decent amount of fried food that you're going to smell in the air. Fried onions, battered in beer batter, served in kind of like a crab claw pattern, almost like, you know, like an onion that's blooming, almost like a flower would be. Served on some of the tables. A number of beans and potato dishes. Oat gruel is always on the menu, but so is a corn gruel that's brought in from some of the northern towns. And you'll also see that there are pressed corn and barley meal flatbreads that have skewers of meat placed in them, spiced with things like cumin and imported cinnamon, as well as copious amounts of different types of peppers and other things to give a bit of heat to them. There are mild options available as well, and tomatillos do grow very readily around here. Actually, most tomato type vegetables tend to. And toward the side as you enter, you can even see a massive, hulking, gray-skinned orc woman who is eating a how to describe this? You're gonna get like the sharp pungency of skaga root that has been spiralized into like a rotato, and she's dipping it in this kind of brown Worcestershire sauce. Or she is. As you enter, there is going to be a lot of open seating that you can try to find for yourselves. For a group of 5, let's do a luck check to see if you find anything good. Okay, so as you enter there, taking a look around, you'll be able to find a place kind of at the back right there, and can I get a perception roll from everybody? The place is pretty packed. All right. Anybody get a 16 or higher?
Looks like everyone
Everybody
except Zoe.
Perfect.
Yeah.
So Zoe is going to be otherwise entertained because there is going to be a sign of the god Brig hanging over the main bar that dominates the center of the room. And as you're looking at that, everyone else is going to see a familiar shape moving through the crowd. The glittering purple scales of an amethyst dragonborn. And as this person is moving through the crowd, they are going to take a look around, look in your general direction, point a claw at you while muttering to a person next to them, a human woman, and is going to just kind of mutter, point, and glance over toward one of the side tables before raising their voice, and in a voice that's quite a bit deeper than Madame Stylus's, is going to say, "Howdy, y'all. There's a place over along the wall there that you can grab a spot. We'll have somebody with you in just a minute." "Get over there." They nudge. You can see that the outfit is far more plain, far more befitting like a business person. Far less feminine, and without about half the makeup that you saw on Madame Stylus. But besides that, they could be twins.
I know about Madame Stylus. We heard about Madame Stylus's sibling, yes?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to just remember to see if I see names.
Make me a history roll.
Notes from last year. Okay. Nope, 9.
You know that she has a family member in the city. But besides that, you can be led over to a side seat and placed there without a problem. A moment later, there will be a little bit of a bustle, and a woman with in her late teens, wearing a low-cut bodice over a fairly modest chest, with all manner of freckles dancing over the tip of her nose that anybody who is proficient in a disguise kit will probably assume are painted on. Her hair is dyed red. She has a large gap between her front teeth. Looks very much farm girl. As she heads over to the table and meets you, she sets down 5 waters on the table. "Howdy, how can I help you all? My name's Joy. I'm going to be your server for the day, and is there anything I can get you?"
What is your special?
Today, well, we've got cactus nachos that are made with a goat cheese. So they're very good for those who are lactose intolerant. They have a tomatillo spiced salsa on top that is optionally with either sour meat or chicken.
I will take one of those, please.
With meat?
Yes, please. The sour meat.
Absolutely. Absolutely, that'll be that. Anything to drink, ma'am?
What is your house special?
House special. Well, we've got a Bill Cox Ale, which is it's an amber ale, a bit spicy, but honestly pretty mellow after the first bit. Think of it kind of like it has notes of butterscotch, as well as just a little hint of the spice mostly comes from a bit of the clove in it.
I'll take one, please.
Of course. I think it'd go really well with that. Anything else here? Please, if you need some time, I can bring over some menus. Besides that, you can see a lot of what's on up around the side of the bar. We do have a board up there, but I do have menus as well, if that would be preferable for you. We also have wine. If you're interested, we also, you folks coming into town for the first time?
I live here.
I got here yesterday.
Well, welcome to Prospect and to Drace, I suppose. Well,
Thank you. I feel very welcome here. Her symbol of brig is gonna glint in the light.
Oh, you would have loved our last owner. She was a devout follower of Brig. God rest her soul. Well, God's rest her soul, I suppose. But she passed away a little while ago, and that's when we recently changed hands a couple months ago.
Oh, my condolences for her passing. On her
Oh, well,
passing.
she died doing what she loved. So, you know. And, of course, we were able to keep... I'm sorry?
If only we could all be so lucky.
Here's hoping. Besides that, if you folks are celebrating being here, street dogs outside are being quite noisy. If you're celebrating, we could always break out. We've got oysters and champagne.
I'm good with just a beer and a sandwich with lots of chicken.
All right, chicken. All right, chicken sandwich. We can absolutely do that. Do you want the same ale?
Sure.
I can absolutely do that for you. All right. And for either of you, the local?
I'm just looking for something kind of fruity, strong spirit.
Well, our bartender's going to be in at 6, and that kind of defines them. But in the meanwhile, I'd say, are you looking for more of a drink or an eat?
Drink, please.
Oh, a strawberry margarita.
That sounds lovely. Thank you.
Absolutely. It's how special. I'm sorry, you got cut off. What can I get for you, doll? Look down at Trixxi.
I'm just gonna get I'll get some of that ale as well, and
Are you old enough?
oh my god,
I'm sorry. I'm just joking with you. Your cheeks are so rosy.
Sure, sounds super original. Like she hasn't heard that one a million times.
yes.
My apologies. I was just trying to get a radiant smile out of this one. So, a beer and...
Just the beer then.
Are you sure? You're not at all peckish? I could recommend some flatbread to share for the table with some of our hummus dip. Okay, just the beer then.
Sure.
Oh, okay. All right, I'll get that taken right away. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't see you there. Anything for you, miss? Looking over at Belle.
Do you have any tea?
Absolutely. Black or herbal?
Herbal would be quite nice.
I'll get you something lovely. And I'll be back in just a minute. Thank you. And she'll scatter off, leaving you all at the table. What do you all talk about?
So, as I was singing, I'm gonna try and ask around here for information on a place called Camp Nowhere. It's outside of, it's not here in Prospect, but I heard rumors from a friend that the town just up and disappeared. Like gone. Like everything's gone and people are gone. And
When you say disappeared, do you mean the buildings or tents and all
Yes.
evidence? As
Like
if
just-
it vanished or it was never there?
like it was never there.
That is
Or
quite
did
a
you-
mystery.
What did you describe it as? Was there a
I did.
crater left, Kelly?
The
Mining
mining
site emptied, gone. Ward
As if it was never-
residents gone.
Yeah. So no crater, almost as if just like the intrusion had been erased.
It was like everything had just been erased.
So, more like it had never been there in the first place.
Yes.
That is definitely very strange.
Yeah, so when my friend told me that, he was there and he had found something that the thing turned that man into that creature that attacked us. He just found that there, and it's a very valuable substance that they were mining. And I don't know why this is happening, but I'm very intrigued about what is going on in Camp Nowhere. So I'm here to try and see if anyone else has heard about that.
And do you think you'll go and investigate once you've the actual location? Once you've learned more?
I think so. This has kind of reminded me why I was here in the first place. You have all said that you're looking for someone.
It seems dangerous, though, so take good care of yourself.
Well, if you are planning to go and investigate, I wouldn't be against accompanying you. I am trying to find any trace of, well, my own people. And I don't think I'll find much of that here. They're not the ones to stick around.
Yes, I will probably need to go around, prospect a little bit to see if I can get any clues myself of where to go next, but I don't plan to stay here long term. So, I would be willing to help, potentially, especially if we're going similar directions.
Kelly,
Mm-hmm.
do I know where Serena was sent to work?
Make me a history check to see if you remember.
How much was she paying attention?
How much were you paying attention?
History, add 2, that's gonna be a 17.
Definitely the northern camps, which is in that direction.
Perfect.
So if not there, then one of the nearest towns that probably fed and provided for it. So that would probably put it around Stark Springs.
Perfect. I mean, come to think of it, actually, even I actually have business up there.
Well, if everyone is going, then I too shall come along and help protect you. As long as you are all right with that, Trixxi.
Oh, if there's proving to be a problem, the more the merrier. You all seem to be quite capable when we were dealing with that thing and the hounds and the cats. So I think that it's very harsh out there. So I think the more the merrier.
Excellent.
And Trixxi's gonna look around to see, like, if anyone has overheard their conversation at all.
Sure enough, looking around, you are going to see that there is, kind of at the bar across from you, about 5 feet away, a slight twitch in the ear of a grizzled dwarf. Strangely, as you take a look at this one, you see that he's bald, dressed in pretty common clothes, but he doesn't look particularly old, but he does look like he's seen a lot. The back of his scalp is completely tattooed over, and under those tattoos, and on top of them as well, you can see a number of scars. It looked like someone has taken a lot of broken beer bottles to the side of this man's scalp. One of his eyes is completely gouged out, and there's a patch that's held over it. His ear twitches, and you can see bits of it that are cauliflowered, and bits more that have been bitten or cut off. He's looking back your direction, and as he rolls his good eye toward you, you can see that it's kind of not a particularly handsome color of milky brown, and kind of like tea that's had too much cream poured into it. He has a red beard that's kind of brillowy away from his lower jaw, but nothing along his upper lip. He notices you noticing him. And it's at that moment that your server comes back with your food, sets it and your drinks down, and tells you that she'll be along in a second.
Before you go,
Yeah? How can I help you?
could you actually give this beer, Trixxi will give her beer, to that dwarf over there, and point to the bald dwarf.
Absolutely. I'd love to. Cray, this one's for you. She passes it over, and as she does, he's going to grab it with the 3 good fingers and his missing ring finger on his right hand and head over to your table.
Is that someone you know? Carrion kind of leans forward to quietly ask that.
No, but I feel like we're about to be good friends.
Mhm.
He drags a chair over to the tip of your booth. Much obliged. What can I do you for?
You seem to be quite interested in our conversation, so I figured, was wondering if you had anything to add to it.
You're talking about nowhere. I know nowhere. I was charged to protect a merchant caravan who was delivering goods up there. Listen, you seem like good lasses. You shouldn't be asking about that. Not a one of you's got pointy ears enough for it, if you follow my meaning.
My ears are
I
pretty
don't
pointy.
follow.
I really don't understand what you mean.
He's talking about elves, aren't you?
So this has something to do with elves then. That's great.
Look. Up there. The mining operations. They're funded by the Amresian government. But they're overseen they're overseen by the elves. And they're secret polices. That's not normal.
No, it really does not sound normal at all.
No. So what happened?
I don't know. We were delivering
What
supplies. What?
Oh, sorry, I thought you were just saying you don't know, but I was gonna ask what happened when you went up there, but then you started, so I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt you. Please.
All I know, whenever we were there, you don't need to know this. It's too dangerous.
Come on.
And not
So,
to be
You know
callow.
we're going to go anyway. And if we have less information, we're more likely to run into trouble.
Agreed.
I can't be giving away this for free.
Trixxi will, like, just casually, like, put her arms under her corset more and lean forward and be like, of
Kelly?
course.
Yep.
With that in mind, can I fire up a telepathic bond between this dwarf and Tali?
Okay.
And then she's going to use her active feat to basically, in his own mind, as she likes to do, in his own voice, basically tell him, oh, if I don't tell them, they're gonna go and get themselves killed, so maybe I really just should.
Okay. Go ahead and make me a deception roll.
I love doing this.
I couldn't tell.
Deception, that's a +7, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23?
23? Okay. Sounds good. So, Trixxi, go ahead and make me a persuasion roll with advantage.
Okay.
And how much are you pulling out of your corset?
A lot. Twitch probably wouldn't approve of how much she's pushing up, but let's just say the skin tone shifts just a little bit.
Oh, okay. So you're not pulling money out, you're pulling boob out.
Yeah. No, she's pulling boob
okay.
out.
I thought you were reaching
money.
for money. Okay, that's fair.
No, she has no money. She's pushing her arms up on her corset. Yeah. I'm using my real money. She has no money. I have like 1 gold because I gave 5 white gold to heal what's his nuts? The tiefling boy. Persuasion. That's gonna be a 17.
A 17? Okay. So between those two thoughts, he's going to look over at you, adjust, and you're going to catch him reflexively, like, wet his lips. And, all right, look, all I know is that whenever we rode in, we'd get in sight of signal fires of the camp. And then some elves would ride out to meet us. Inside the camp, we'd have to unload everything inside of a tent. To ride up to it, they had us wear bags over our heads, and they'd lead our sarns up. We were only allowed to take the bags off while we were unloading. I guess what I saw, I looked outside once. It didn't look like no mining operation I've ever seen before. I've been all over the camps. It looked like I wouldn't know. But stuff like that, but big. He gestures down at your arm, Trixxi. Big metal doodads. Like they were doing some sort of work. But it weren't mining, like refining. Like an ore refinery or a smeltery. I also know if you're headed up there, you need to be careful. The rumor has it that the Death's Head's up there.
The what?
What is that?
It's some type of bandit lord. A murderer. Dresses all in black. With a mask. A big, scary looking mask over his face. Murders. Takes from everybody. Men, women, children. No one's safe. We started calling him the Death's Head, because the mask looks like a skull. But also the way he carves up his warnings. That's why I retired. About a month ago, Death's Head's men hit a camp that I was at. Near Dead Man's Tusk, and he shows off some of the fresh scarring at the back of his head. I took shrapnel from a crate that exploded. When I woke up, everybody was either dead or captured or and he gets a faraway look in his eyes. You want to stay away from there. That man in black is a killer.
Everybody might very well see Belle's interest sharpen in that moment.
I was like, Trixxi is a very... It looked like in a mix between fury and just excitement, Trixie's expression shifts. Just like both rage, like her metal arm probably like balls into a fist, and like she has like kind of like a very kind of almost manic grin to her face hearing this.
Is there anything else that we should know?
Well, you should maybe... And as he says that, the entire building rocks as an explosion rips across the street outside. And you hear a voice scream out over the explosion and the sound of din. Freedom to Drace! Liberation to the Deeth! Death to tyrants!
That sounds not good.
No, it really doesn't.
And I think that's
Should
probably where
we-
we should...
Go check it out?
As you say that, I think this is going to be where we take our break. So folks, don't go anywhere. We'll be right back after this quick break. Hello, everybody, and welcome back. We're going to be hopping back into game in just 1 second. I just wanted to thank you all for being here at the beginning of the year. Besides that, there are tons of schedule things happening right now. Quick reminder that if you are not on the Patreon right now, please join. Even at the free tier, you'll be able to see the big State of the Dork, which is like almost like a 10,000 word essay about things that are happening this year with the channel, things that we're doing to grow, change, and develop. It has been a hell of a last couple of years, and I'm really looking forward to seeing what we do in the future. And I'd love to get some feedback from you. Plus, if you like what we do here and you like to support us directly, Patreon is the best place to do it and helps us afford to live. Particularly me, because this is a full-time gig for me, and I really appreciate everybody who is watching us at all. But that extra bit on Patreon really does make a difference. So consider it if you have the funds to give. I know it's been hard for everybody. Besides that, there is not much else except that if you are free at Wednesday at noon, be sure to tune in noon Pacific Standard Time, 3 p.m. Eastern and 11 p.m. Greenwich Mean, I think. Tune in to Twitch for my live World Building Wednesday. I'll be going for 3 hours this week and doing more building on ColdIron, building out the setting pack, things like that, because we are hopefully going to be publishing this someday. So besides that, I think it's time for us to head back into game. Y'all ready? Okay.
Yes.
Quick
Let's
note
do
before
it.
we do that. Teddy is in his crate right now, hopefully going to be taking a nap. We may have to take a 5-minute break in the middle of combat just to make sure that he gets settled down with his grandparents to watch him for the rest of the game, because I don't want the rest of the game to be just a bunch of dog barking. That's basically it. All right. So with that in mind, let's head back in. Hello and welcome back to ColdIron, here on Dork Tales. An explosion rocks the tavern, and you all start heading outside into the painted market. As you do, however, you do not see behind you the dwarf, Cray was his name, keeps an eye on you as you head away. And as he does, the serving girl steps forward and puts a hand on his shoulder. Everything all right, Cray? And he nods distractedly. The rest of the tavern is in a bit of an uproar. People running, trying to find shelter, trying to hide from whatever is happening outside. You can hear screams echoing through. So they don't notice that as the waitress, Joy, smiles down at him, her body shivers slightly. And in the reflection behind the bar, keen-eyed observers versed in illusion magic might see the reflection of a tall, dark-skinned drow. But that's not where we are right now. We are outside on the street, which is where we're headed right now. The street is in chaos. The bazaar that you had just been in a moment before is now covered in debris. Smoke roils from all sides as you see people running this way and that, attempting to get away from what appears to be, it's hard to see, the smoke stings your eyes, but shapes the size of roughly halflings bound through this smoke and mist, leaping atop people. A woman runs in front of you, pushing her way through as something goes ka-choong, ka-choong, ka-choong among the various tents and toppled carts. And as she does so, directly in front of you, you are going to see her tumble to the ground as an immense flea the size of a large dog leaps on her and embeds its proboscis into the side of her back. And with that, you are going to notice not one, not two, but at least 5 other shapes leaping through the darkness, feeding on people. I think it's time for an initiative roll.
Also, Trixxi got determination back from random. Thank you, random.
We love it.
Oh my god, what is that initiative? I rolled a 2 on the dice, so Just let me go take a nap real quick.
There's an explosion of energy, and let's start hopping into initiative right now. We have Flea number 1 with a 22, followed by I have Tally at a 21. Then I have Flea 2, Flea 3. Then I have Belle. And you all did have the benefit of a short rest for purposes. Okay, then I have, down the initiative, I have a tie between Zoe and Carrion. Then I have Lee 4. Then I have Trixxi. Then I have Flea 5. All right, these immense fleas leap here and there across town, jumping into people. The smoke is obscuring you, so this area is completely obscured beyond the main street. So basically, where you can see on the map, there are areas that have black fog and areas that have white fog. The white is lightly obscured. Everything inside of there is going to give you disadvantage on perception checks. Okay? Heavily obscured basically is blind, so you'll have disadvantage on everything shooting into black, basically.
But not shooting into the white.
Yep, the white's just, you'll have disadvantage on perception to notice things, which means that things trying to hide will have advantage as well.
Ah, okay, fair.
Because it's basically, think like a smoke bomb's gone off, but like outside it's like a house fire. Like there are a couple of large bombs that have been erected around here. Now, as you're rushing out on the street, I'm putting Trixxi at the back of the pile because short legs. But besides that,
hey now, my speed is 30 feet.
Is it really? I forgot
Yeah,
goblins be fast.
Yeah, no, goblins be fast, man. Trixxi is not back to back. She is up there with everyone.
All right, sounds good. Flea number 1 is going to leap. Let's see, what's my standing leap again? And thank you to Kobold Press for designing giant fleas. All right, standing leap. So I have a 30-foot long jump without a running start. So it is going to leap forward. I have blood sense. Is anybody not at full hit points?
I might not be. I think I'm down 1.
1's all I need. Blood sense. One of them is going to leap across the distance, attempting to land atop you, my dear friend Carrie. So Carrie, that is going to be an attack roll against you. Okay. And that's a nat 20.
I can't do anything about that.
You can't. Does anybody have silvery barbs? Or silvery boobs? All right.
I have silvery boobs. No, wait, they're more brass.
You have chromium boobs.
Yeah, I do have chromium boobs.
I have
Never
green
mind.
boobs.
You have green boobs. All right. I don't have boobs, so like I'm alone out here. All right, so Carrion, you were going to look around, get a look at this thing, and these things are described in the book as being the size of halflings. It is going to launch itself on top of you, landing on the ground and slamming its bite into you for a total of 8 points of piercing damage. And it attaches itself to your back. Its proboscis still inside of you.
It was behind me and not in front of me?
It leapt from one of the rooftops nearby onto your back.
Shit. Oh, gross.
All right, that is its turn. Taliina'a.
I am going to psychic whip the one that is on top of my friend.
All right, sounds good.
So, aiming at the one on top of Carrion. That's going to be a 24 to hit.
24 to hit is a hit. Roll me damage.
What's a D8? Here's a D8. Oh, and can you make me a strength save, please?
Boy, can I. Actually, I can. That's a 16 on the strength save, which I'm pretty sure passes.
That's a pass, and that's going to be 8 points of damage, psychic damage.
8 points of
Please,
psychic
Kelly, as
damage.
she kind of takes flight just for a minute to, backs up just a touch and just expels this long wisp of purple energy from her fingertip.
All right, that is going to lash into this one, smashing into it. This is psychic damage.
Yep.
Perfect. All right, that is going to slam into this giant flea, dealing a significant amount of damage, but it is still on its feet. Anything else on your turn?
That's it.
Or I guess it's still on Carrion, I should say. Okay. So down beneath you, we have flea number 2, which is supping on a woman on the ground. Unfortunately for that woman, it is going to reach its head back and is going to plunge its fangs into the base of her skull. And there is going to be the sound. It sounds like someone trying to open a coconut with the back of a claw hammer. And she goes limp. And you will hear this amazingly disturbing noise as it drinks blood from her severed arteries. All right, flea number 3 is up. Flea number 3 is down here, is going to... Oh, there's so much blood on Carrion. I'm going to spend a something good happens to target Belle instead.
I mean,
it
he's
is-
probably got splash damage, to be honest.
That's true. There's some splash on Belle. So Belle, one of them leaps at you, and that is another nat 20.
Holy shit.
Yep. Thank you, Bookwyrm Games, for the wooden dice. That is going to be a 3, 5, 7 points of piercing damage, and it is going to attach itself to your side, kind of clinging off of your body. And Belle, it's your turn. Okay. Yeah.
1 second. I have a reaction. Thank you very much.
Oh, really? What is it?
Hellish Rebuke.
Okay. That
Fuck you,
is-
asshole.
What's my DC?
Dex saving throw of 16.
I rolled a 15.
Okay.
So that's going to be a hit. Hit me with Hellish Rebuke. I am not immune to fire.
Excellent. That is 17 points of fire damage.
17 points of fire damage. Holy crap. Good hit. 17 points of fire damage. It is going to shriek. Let me see if it releases you. It is actually going to release you with that much damage. It's going to plunge its little sucker mandible proboscis out of you, leaving a bit of a sucking wound, but it is no longer attached to you.
Okay.
And now it is your turn.
Cool. That one's super close, but I'm pretty sure some of my friends are relatively close range people.
Mhm.
So I think I'm not going to deal with this one right now. I'm going to try for one of the ones further away.
All right, sounds good.
So I think the one with the blue dot down.
Okay, the one
Ways
that
away?
is further down that is getting prepared to pounce on a screaming townsfolk in a tricorner hat.
Yes, I would like to bonus action Eldritch Dual Mark
All right.
and then shoot him.
Okay, now that carpet has been... Do you have... That is... So he'll have partial cover, so his AC will be a little bit higher, but
Okay.
you have direct line of sight, so you're good to go.
Natural 20. Thank you,
Fuck.
Amy, for the new dice.
Oh my god. All right, give it to me.
Okay,
So-
so the D4 of this is not getting doubled.
The D4's not, because we've retooled Deadeye. Yep.
Okay, so that only rolled a 1. But it is a D10, which...
So
means I have
3d10 for
on
this, plus your 1, plus... Was that a nat 20, or did it crit on your 19 because of the mark?
It was actually a nat 20, so the mark didn't actually apply.
Okay.
But... So that'll be 25 points of damage.
Cool. So 25 points of damage. Okay. How do you do it?
Fuck yes. She's just gonna lower her gun, aim up, go right through it, and now I get to attack something else because I killed it with a duel's mark on it.
Sounds good.
So I guess I will go for the red one that's only 10 feet away from me right now.
All right. Sounds good. The red one's only 10 feet. Oh, yes.
Oh, reaction resets on my turn, correct?
Yes, it does.
Okay, cool. So even though it was right at the start of my turn, it technically was the previous.
Oh, your spell save DC should only be a max of 15 at this level. Because it's 8 plus proficiency, which is 2, plus your ability mod.
Proficiency, yeah, that's right. Sorry, it had I'd been using an old sheet to update, and it was on a different level.
Okay.
When I did it, and I
Cool.
must not have updated
That's okay.
that
I
part.
spent to something good happens to to knock its roll down by 1, so
Okay.
not a big deal. But good to know for the future for everybody. Always double check your stuff. All right, so you're making an attack at the one right there. Do you have a feat that ignores point blank shot?
No, I don't.
Okay. Well, all right, so that'll be with disadvantage then because you have melee combatants within 5 feet of you.
So that does not hit.
All right. So down beneath you, we have Zoe or Carrion. Who wants to go first?
Carrion got attacked, so I could imagine you're just like, ah.
Well, I've got something
Get wrecked.
directly attached to me. I need to get off of me.
Go.
So that's what I've got. That's what's preoccupying me. Like, does this count as a grapple situation if it's attached?
So it is, let's double check the rules on this. Okay, the flea can detach itself. It is attached, but you can make an action to detach it. But it does not count as a grapple.
Okay, so it's not contested. I can just remove it. So that's handy. Okay, I will, sure, I will use my action to detach it. And then I don't even know, I can't use it. I don't have any bonus actions to actually use any additional attacks or even throw it. So I guess I'm just knocking it off and hoping it doesn't reattach.
Fair. All right. Well, it has to do an
That
attack roll
sucks.
to do that. So you're going to use your action to knock it off of you. It hits the
Yeah.
ground and screeches and then kind of like scrabbles back to its claws.
That'll be my entire turn. I can't even disengage to get out of range either, so that sucks.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Okay.
All right. Zoe, you're up.
All right, I am going to compelled. Oh, hold on, I can't do both. Oh, okay, I'm gonna wait. So I'm going to try to shoot the one that was attacking Carrion.
All right. Sounds good.
And I do have a close quarters shooter. Wait a second. Close quarters. Yeah, shooter, fighting style. So,
Perfect.
let's go.
Let's do.
Ka-cha! 18 to hit.
18 hits absolutely going to hit. Go ahead
Nice.
and roll me damage.
All right, so she'll drop her shield, unsling Steelbraid the Negotiator, and I'm gonna Divine Smite it because I have Divine Aim.
I love that feat. Go ahead. Let's do a gun smite.
Let's do it. All right, I can do. It is
So
2d8 for a first level spot. Okay.
it is. Yep. So
All right.
and that gun is awful. I love it. So the
So good.
Steel Braid Negotiator
God.
is
have
this is
a
the first time you've used
D12?
this in a
I sure should.
combat.
It is actually. So I was like, just going to. Okay, there's a D8, so 2D8, and then I need a D12. Sorry, I should have got my D12 out, but again, I haven't used it in a combat, so. Alright, let's
I mean,
go!
fair.
Akacha! Alright, so 16 plus 1, I think. Yeah. So 17 damage.
17 damage. Beautiful.
And it needs to make me a strength saving throw.
Okay, that's going to be... I got an 18, so I'm pretty sure I did.
Oh yeah, that saves. I actually didn't put my spell save DC in there because I didn't finish. Womp womp. But yeah, it definitely is less than 18.
Did you add your
Okay.
dex to the damage?
I sure did. Guess what, my dex is not very great.
Oh, great.
That's okay. That's all right. I'll get it up there.
Okay, so 17 points of damage is still great as holy energy erupts out and blows a hole through that one. That's going to be... You said 17?
17.
How do you do it?
Did I do the thing? Oh, nice. All right. So Carrion will kind of shake it off, and Zoe's gonna drop her shield, sling her gun, shoot it with blazing holy energy, straight in. Where does the blood go? Like from its maybe its stomach-ish area?
Probably its stomach.
Does it have
Yeah.
like yeah. Okay, so straight in the gut. Point blank in the gut. Let's go. Just
All right.
pop it like a zip.
Perfect. All right. There is a cataclysmic, an explosion of blood and viscera that erupts out of this dead giant flea. And beautiful, beautiful. All right. Flea number 4 down below. It's your turn. Do you have any movement, Zoe? Or any other side actions?
Oh, I do have movement. Do I want to use it? Yeah. Oh, that person's dead. No, that's okay. Actually, does anyone look hurt that I could maybe... I don't have my shield anymore.
Like
whatever.
me?
Yes.
Well,
quite
yeah,
hurt.
you.
Carrion
I can't-
and Belle are both quite hurt.
Yeah, I can't do anything about that though, because I used a spell slot, I guess. But I don't have anything like that anyways. Is lay on hands? It's an action.
It is
Okay.
an action.
That's
Well, you
okay.
could move. You could move to interpose yourself at least.
Yeah, maybe I'll do that actually. Let's do that.
Okay, so where do you want to
I'll
move?
go in front of Carrion.
All right, sounds good. So stepping up to flank sounds
Yeah.
good. There are going to be some screams to the south at the end of your turn as one of these fleas leaps across and bites on to another individual, and another one is going to jump 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Is going to do a double jump and is going to land directly in front of you and is going to take an attack on you.
Yeah.
Actually, it's not because Trixxi has initiative over it, so we're gonna say that was flea number 4. So flea number 4 is going to, I'm gonna spend a hurt them more for my mistake. There we go. And is going to take an attack at you, and that is your armor class 13.
No, it is not.
Okay, so it's going to leap forward and take a plunge at you, but is going to be repelled off of your chassis.
Yep.
It is going to look up at you with confusion. All right, Trixxi, you're up.
Okay, so yeah, I think Trixie's going to there's 3 that are right there. Yeah, I think Trixie's gonna run up to the one that was like munching on that person over the corpse, and just like gonna see her arm impact her gauntlet, kind of, instead of a gun coming out, it's just gonna start like charging up with like some golden energy. And I'm going to go use my impact gauntlet. I'm going to forego my proficiency bonus to the roll to see if I can add it to my my damage twice, to add it to the
All right, let's do it.
damage roll, because that's a cool thing with the impact gauntlet. I can forego the proficiency bonus. Ooh, I rolled a 15, so 15 plus 3 is 18.
All right, beautiful hit. Let's do it.
Okay, so then I can add 4 to the damage, plus my dexterity is 3, so I get to add 7 to this. Nice!
I love it.
1d6. Which is good because I roll a 3 on the dice. So 10 points of bludgeoning damage as she just starts wailing on this flea.
Bludgeoning damage, you say?
Yes.
You hit the side of this flea hard, and it rocks back. But here's the problem. Have you ever tried to squish a flea?
Oh,
They are
no,
very
shot.
resistant to bludgeoning damage.
I should have shot it, damn it.
It bounces back and narrows its eyes at you, ready for its next meal, as it...
So, like, no damage?
No, it takes damage.
Okay.
It's very resistant. You can still hurt a flea, you just can't... It's hard to kill with bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
So it's
See, I
going to take
figured
5 points of
cracking it,
damage on that.
Bones.
And you're going to hear a shriek as the final flea that you can see leaps down on a concerned citizen who's going to be very concerned as it lunges into him. But that's his problem. That's an ish him, not an ish you. At the top of the initiative, we're back up with flea number 1, who is dead. So, okay, that's his turn. Taliina'a!
All right. I think the green flea in front of Belle. I am going to chaos bolt that thing.
Okay.
So here we go.
Well, here's the fun thing, guys. Let's pause for 1 second. So you're using Chaos Bolt, which is a ranged
Yes.
spell attack. Which means that you have disadvantage because
yeah.
you're within 5 feet of an opponent.
Yeah, which I have
Now,
opinions.
We have opinions on this. So, I have opinions on this too, because I just realized that when we built this, we had been using the alternate rule where, or misrule, that you only suffered it trying to attack somebody in front of you because they basically could try to dodge out of the way. That
Yeah.
was the idea, is that like, yes, there's someone directly in front of you. They should have a chance to dodge. What essentially is you pointing a single point at them. You know, like it's a little easier, right? So we were using the rule that anybody beyond 5 feet, or basically if you were within, if someone was within your range, they had disadvantage, or you had disadvantage to hit them. But beyond that, we didn't. Now, the basic rule is, of course, that because you have someone who could potentially hit you, you have disadvantage. I think this was 5e's way of getting rid of the opportunity attack on spells or things like that type of mechanic. Do we want to just go back to the house rule we've been using for 6 years?
Yeah, personally, I say yes. That
Okay.
if
Yeah,
I'm
I
pointing at, if I'm trying to shoot someone who's right in front of me, it's going to be disadvantage. But anything beyond that,
Now that
Because like
'Cause
they've had their turn.
It's-
So unless they have a reaction attack on you, like I wouldn't be able to attack anything else next to me that was shooting something. So
yeah, okay. So I think that's
Why
I
is
think
it
that's fair
affecting me?
because
So-
that's a rule. Sorry, you're going.
So what's the house rule? I'm confused.
The one that
I'm
we've
not
always
that
used
we
for
can-
Dork Tales.
disadvantage to hit something within 5 feet of you with a ranged attack.
Yeah.
So then can I, after this, I would like to swap out my gunner feet then.
We can talk about either swapping it out or slightly altering it to make it more suited to this game. I was just about to say. And the same goes with your fighting style, Zoe. If we can very easily just add some stuff about cover mechanics into that give you
It does.
bonuses against cover or something.
Okay, we can talk about it.
We can talk
Okay.
about it after game if you feel that you need a little bit of a boost to make up for that house rule difference. Deal?
Yeah, sounds like a plan.
Perfect. I want to empower you without disempowering other people and vice versa. So, okay. And folks, that's a really quick way of dealing with problems in your game. So what we're going to do is, so Christine, we're going to keep your critical from before, which means that you can grant combat advantage to anybody else in the game right now.
Okay. So see, I had always read the gunner feat as being, within 5 feet I can hit that thing right in front of me with a
Yeah.
ranged attack. That's how I'd always read that. I hadn't
No, it's
realized it was something
Apparently-
next to you.
Everybody reads this rule wrong, so it's fine. And I know that frustrates you because we built your character before we.
Well, because if you're a melee fighter and you turn to face one thing and there's something behind you, it doesn't impose disadvantage. But it should then.
Yeah.
Like, for
But-
the exact same rule, it's like it should.
All right. So, who are you granting advantage to then, Christine? Before Tally takes her attack.
Well, if Tally's attacking, then she can have it.
Sounds good. All right. So, Taliina'a, if you're attacking somebody in point blank range, you will have disadvantage.
Yes. So here's the disadvantage dice. All right.
But if you want to use
that's-
the inspiration, that would even it out to flat.
Yes.
That is
I just-
okay. Even with that disadvantage, that's still going to be a 17 to hit.
70 to hit will hit.
Perfect. I assumed, but okay, here we go. All right, we have 6. That's 10. That's 14. That's 14 worth of damage, and that is going to be force damage.
All
on the
right.
flea.
14 force damage. All right, is going to erupt out and slam into that flea. How do you do it?
Basically, she's just going to like snap her finger, and this bolt is just going to basically come out of her hand, hit this thing, and it is just going to basically explode it in the street from inside.
Perfect.
Force.
Everyone here is completely covered in blood and gore as this occurs, which is a perfect time for me to do something real quick. Perfect. Okay, so that's flea number 2 dead. Okay. As you explode that, anything else on your turn?
She is to her right. Is that a balcony?
Yes, it is.
She's going to fly up to that balcony, actually.
Okay.
And then just just land there. And then that's her turn.
Perfect. All right. And as you do that, there's an explosion of gore everywhere. And that's when you hear the ground shake again. And several voices echo out different parts of that chant. Freedom to trace! Liberation of the deep! Death to tyrants! Followed by... And something explodes out of one of the lower shops and emerges from the blackness of a nearby alley, hurling the man who had dived away in the tricorn hat. As he flies across the ground, you are going to see he hits the ground and skids as an immense creature, a troll with dozens of tumorous arms growing out of its spine, out of its arms, out of its back. Little baby legs growing out of the sides of its thighs is going to emerge, and you can see places where this large creature had been housing halfling-sized fleas. It's going to let out a roar, and seeing its pets hurt, is going to do a charge. Let's see. Now, I have a speed of 30, so let's go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Oh, look. Okay, Zoe! This thing is going to rush up to you, and as it rushes forward, you are going to see that it looks at you and reaches one of its claws back, and its eyes are dark and without any type of sentience. It is going to make 2 attacks against you. The first one is going to be, does a 16 hit you?
No.
Okay, does a 13 is definitely not going to hit you. It takes 2 bite attacks against you, one with its massive maw and the other with a mouth that is on the side of its arm, and then is going to take a swing at you with its claws, miss, and seeing Taliina'a land up on top of the balcony, is going to let out a roar and reach over, grab one of the limbs that is growing out of its chest, rip it clear with a sucking sound. You see all the tissues snap and dribble fluid, and then is going to hurl this grasping claw at Taliina's face.
What?
That's going to be a 26 to hit you for my fling limb ability.
Holy smokes. Oh, that's horrifying. She hates that.
I love it. Taliina'a, you are going to take 4 points of bludgeoning damage as this thing cranks you in the side of the face, followed by 5 points of poison damage.
Damn. Is the arm still moving?
It's like twitching a little.
Okay, so it's not like, the arm has its own...
No, it
deal.
basically is just using itself as ammunition.
Oh, okay, perfect.
All right, that's going to be the troll's turn. Belle, you're up.
Okay. Yes, this is a creature, definitely. So, Eldritch Blast.
Eldritch Blast sounds great. Make me an attack roll.
17.
That is going to be a hit.
Awesome. 5 points of force damage.
Okay, 5 points of force damage are going to slam into this troll, and are going to blast
It gets
some of
pushed
the...
10 feet away.
Oh, you took Repelling Blast. I'm so proud of you.
I did.
I love Repelling Blast so much. Okay, so from your angle, that's 5, 10. All right, it's going to be pushed back, and you're going to hit it in the shoulder, and a spray of fangs are going to fly out of the wound.
Gross.
It was growing a new mouth.
Gross.
Right. Anything else on your turn? Any movement?
Yes, actually. This building beside us that Tally and Trixxi are at.
Yes.
How tall is it?
So that awning is about 10 feet up, but there are crates on the ground that you could use as a step stool.
Well, okay, sorry, it's an awning.
So, pardon me, it's a balcony.
Okay.
So the second floor is, I guess, is about 12 feet up, but you could run and hoist up to it.
Okay. Is there anything further above it from there, or is that the top
Yes,
floor?
there is an actual roof another 10 feet above it.
I have a 20 feet climbing speed. I would like to
Oh,
climb
hell
up there.
yes.
I'm a cat.
This is true. All right, so yeah, you can easily, let's see, that's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. So with your move speed...
So if I can
you
do
could,
that, hoik up, the jump up, and then...
So you could
climb.
get right to the corner of the building or basically right above it.
Okay. Yeah, I'm good with right above for now.
Perfect. Okay, that's going to be your turn. All right, Zoe or Carrion?
Carrion, go. Carrion, go.
Okay.
Wait.
So I have some guns, and I think I'm at range. And I also have... I took the favored foe optional instead of favored enemy.
Okay, so that means that you
So
get
I think I
to
have to hit it
choose.
first. Yeah.
Okay.
So I have to hit with an attack roll, and then can apply this to it.
Nice.
The first time on each of your turns that you hit a favored enemy and deal damage to it, including when you mark it, you increase that damage by a d4. Okay. So that is what I'm going to attempt to do as I shoot it with a gun. I have two guns. I have either the Taliina'a Defender, and then I think I picked up a spell short or spell shot sentinel.
You spelled up, yeah, you did. You picked up a sentinel.
Mm-hmm. So I think I was using the Defender was my initial one.
Mhm.
That I actually have everything written down for.
Yeah, the sentinel's a D4, the defender's 2D, pardon me, a D10. The defender is a 2D4.
Yeah. So, I guess it doesn't really matter which one I use. I can use either of them.
Mhm.
But we'll just start with the Defender because that's the one I have written out. Doot, 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 doot. Okay. And I don't think I have any bonuses to this currently. Nope. That is a 22 to hit.
22 to hit is absolutely a hit.
Okay, so I believe that means I am now, because I'm applying that favored foe thing, I'm rolling 3d4.
All
From
right.
my understanding. 3, 5, 7, 7 plus 4 is 11?
11 points of damage.
11 piercing.
11 piercing. Love it. That is going to lance into the side of it.
Okay. Now, I think that isn't anything extra, just when I hit. And then I have a... I would like to use my bonus action to cast Ensnaring Strike.
Ooh, okay. What's my save?
Oh, it's probably going to make it because it's a strength saving throw of
Okay.
13?
I rolled a
13.
19, unfortunately.
Yeah, okay, it made it then.
So vines are going to just start to
tried.
burst out from this, and it's going to let out and start ripping them out of the ground.
Yeah. Okay, so that was my action and bonus action, and seeing that that was a fail, I think we're gonna go, oh shit, and try and move to not be directly in its line.
Okay, sounds good.
I want to seek cover.
Okay. There are quite a few things of cover. There's like anything you see on the ground that is like a crate.
So there's like
or-
that cart directly
Yeah.
behind me, except it's going off the edge of the map, so I can't technically go behind it.
We'll
but-
just put you on the cart and say that you are using it as a waist-high wall.
Okay, cool. That works. And that is my full turn.
That sounds great. All right, Carrion. That was you, so that means it's Zoe's turn.
All right, I think I'm going to just try to get rid of these fleas. So I'm going to shoot the one in front of me that like tried to attack me.
All right, sounds good. Give it to me.
Ka-cha. 16 to hit.
16 to hit will absolutely hit that one.
Okay, sweet. Whew.
Are you smiting?
That's a great question. I only have one more left.
It's up to you. I'd save it for the troll.
Yeah, I'll save it for the troll. All right, let's. Good damage, no whammies. 9. Plus 1 is 10.
All right, 10 points of piercing damage.
Yep.
All right, another volley fires out into the side of this flea. It's still on its many feet though, as it takes that damage. Anything else you want to do?
That's fair. I think that is good for now. Yeah. Question about my reload, actually.
Yes.
Is that an action to reload?
So reloading in the rules that we're using is an action or a bonus action.
Can I use my bonus action to reload?
Absolutely. Chunk chunk.
Incredible. There we go.
Yeah,
Let's do it.
honestly, finding out that that was one of the rules was just like, oh, I loved it so much. Because I'm just like, oh, it means that gunplay actually can be fun. It can be fun play.
There we go. Yeah, because I have reload too. So after 2 shots, I need to reload. So,
Perfect. All right. You slot a couple more in. All right. Flea number... the flea that you just shot is going to make a little chittering snarl at you and is going to make an attack roll. It's going to once again try to bite you in the chassis, but it's going to clank, and it is going to kind of wrinkle its... I keep saying proboscis, but like it's going to wrinkle its face at you and is going to leap away without provoking an attack opportunity using its leaping escape ability. 5, 10, 15, and is going to vanish into the darkness.
Yeah, you better run.
Okay. So just double checking. So we've got that flea is gone. Is Red Flea dead? Did I make a mistake?
No, that one had 5 bludgeoning done for
Who's
me.
killed a flea?
I didn't. Oh.
I did.
All 3 of us did.
All right, so in that case, there we go. There were only 5 fleas, so that means that there's one that vanished and one that's right in front of Trixxi. That is preparing to attack her, but Trixxi, it's your turn. What do you do?
Okay. Trixxi is going to bonus action disengage from this flea, try and run to get... try and obscure herself a little bit in the smoke more. To try and kind of run over towards her allies. And then as an action, I'm casting Seeking Projectile, and that is my turn.
What does Seeking Projectile do?
It's one of the new ones from Kibbles.
Ooh, nice.
It's the one that lets me add my spell attack to my regular gun attack, and then if I get above a plus 20 on the attack roll, it counts as a crit.
Oh, beautiful.
It's Seeking Projectile.
Okay.
So, but it takes a turn to activate, so.
Sounds good. You are going to run out of sight. So this flea has been bludgeoned a little. It's mostly looking for blood. It's going to leap at Carrion and do an attack. Oh my god, Carrie, that's another nat 20.
Don't I have cover?
Oh, you do have cover.
Does
That means
that? I don't know what that imposes though.
If
Is
you're
it disadvantage or just increases my?
Are you?
I was trying to go full cover.
Full cover?
but-
Perfect. Okay, so in that case, full cover is going to be disadvantage. What is your armor class?
15.
15? That is a miss. It is on top of the cart, though, and is going to start trying to bite down at you, but my god, that was a close miss. Good job. All right, top of the initiative again, we have Taliina'a.
Okay. Red Flea should probably cease to exist. And for that, she's gonna Chaos Bolt it again, actually.
Well, you Chaos Bolted a different one, but you're going to Chaos Bolt again. Go ahead and make me an attack.
Yes, I'm gonna Chaos Bolt again. Sorry. Let's go with a 26 to hit.
26 to hit's a hit.
Ooh. All right, so that's 6, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 damage.
Okay.
And that is going to... What is this? That's going to be fire damage.
All right. Fire damage is going to smash into this as you summon your Chaos Bolt. It's going to let out a shriek and is still alive, but very badly singed and not having a good flea day.
And that's it.
Okay. Right, so what's my jumping ability, you think? The troll is going to start its turn. You're going to see some of the damage you did to it start to regenerate. And as it does, you are going to see its ears grow out from its head and begin to fan out like a satellite dish opening as it bubbles. Only on one side, but its eyes get kind of milky as it looks around, like it's actively trying to evolve. And it's going to used my only arms, so I can't do that for a while. So it's going to rush forward and take 2 swipes at Zoe. Zoe, one of them is a 19, the other is a 13.
The 19 will hit.
Okay, so that's a
Without my
claw.
shield.
Okay, that's going to be a grand total of 12 points of slashing damage.
Okay.
And then it is going to... Oh, it's very angry. Oh, it's gonna... Yeah. It's going to let out a roar as it sees that Chaos Bolt touch down on one of its pets. And is going to, without using the disengage action because it's not particularly smart, is going to attempt to leap up. Actually, it's not going to attempt to. It is going to leap up onto the balcony after Taliina'a.
Can I
You may.
shoot it?
You may. You did reload. And we're playing a
Okay.
gun-heavy game, so we're going to have guns can do attacks of opportunity.
I love it. Well, I rolled an 8, so that's a 12. Oh, use my determination. Make that, oh my god, it's actually only +2. 14! I don't care.
That's a
Let's
hit.
go. Yes!
Trolls have very low armor class because they heal like crazy.
Oh, I see. I rolled a 5, so that's gonna be 6 points of damage.
All right, 6 points of damage. Well, you're going to reverse some of that healing that it just did. Its massive form slams onto the balcony. The balcony is going to start to buckle and break away from the house as it is kind of like clawing up it. And Tally, it's going to take a couple of bites at you. Let's go. That's going to be, what's your armor class, Tally?
14.
Oh, God. Cool. You are going to take
What was the roll to hit?
a 21 was my lowest.
Oh, God. I'm gonna silvery barbs one of those to hope
Okay.
it doesn't hit.
Okay, we'll say the first one. Okay, that's still gonna hit. I'm sorry.
Fuck!
Who gets the advantage? can't give it to
That
yourself.
is gonna be. I can give it to myself, but I might be dying here in 1 second. I'm gonna give it to. Carrion's got to flee right in front of her. Carrion.
Sounds good. So the first attack is going to deal 10 points of piercing damage and 6 points of poison damage.
Okay, she's down.
Okay. All right. So with that, it's going to scrabble up and do I have enough movement? I do have enough movement. Is going to attempt to bite Belle. So let's roll to see if, you know what? No, I'm not going to. I'm going to spend my drama bomb to be a jerk. And as Taliina'a is knocked down, I'm going to start. Let's see. So he has bitten Taliina'a, we'll say in the side. And as you slump down on the side of the balcony collapsing behind, the last sight you see before your vision starts to blur over is this bite continues to dig into your side and pulls out red tissue that you know needs to stay on the inside. Perhaps a liver begins to slipperily go into this creature's mouth. You're at 2 failed death saves now.
Oh!
Belle, you're up.
I'm above this still, right?
You are above this, yes.
I'm gonna shoot down at it.
That's probably a great
I think.
idea.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna shoot it. That is sorry, math. 22 to hit.
22 to hit is absolutely going to hit. Roll it for me.
That is gonna be 9 points of damage.
9 points of damage. Perfect. All right, your gun retorts again, and you're going to see a spray of blood as you fire down into the troll. Anything else on your turn?
I'm at the peak of this building now, right?
You could run further back in, like on top, but yeah, you're at the top of it.
Okay. I'm gonna back up a little bit.
Probably a great idea. Just to the edge of the black smoke, so that you don't lose visibility yourself.
Yeah. I think so.
All right. Perfect. All right. Down beneath you, it's Zoe and Carrion show.
Carrion, you go.
Sure.
You go, girl.
You go, girl.
I have a really dumb idea, but I'm kind of wanting to just try this out anyway. I want to grab the flea and throw it as far as I can down southwards to the bottom of the map.
Okay, make me an
This thing
athletics
seems
check.
to be paying attention to where they're going and what's happening to them.
All right, make me an athletics check.
And I have that advantage from the silvery barbs.
So we're going to do a contested athletics check to see you do it.
Oh, well, that was cocked. Okay. Okay, there we go. Oh, that's half decent. Okay. So you said athletics? 23?
Nat 1.
Get it.
Okay.
Get it, girl.
So we're yeeting this thing as far as we can and going, hey, and yelling like, hey, ugly.
Okay, so grabbing this thing, it's going to look at you with... It's never been held. Or the only thing that's ever held it is its troll. So it's kind of like, Mommy? Daddy?
No, absolutely not.
As its insect brain tries to compute, you're going to hurl it over Zoe's head, and it's going to land in, like, knocking over a barrel of beer on the ground.
Yeah, however far my strength 18 can chuck it.
I'm going to let you throw it 20 feet.
Okay.
I'm going to let you throw it 25 feet.
Okay.
Because that's fun. And I like fun. Anything else on your turn?
Oh, well, that's my action. I think as my movement, we're gonna try and... So this balcony's crumbling, falling apart, right?
It is.
On the left there. So there should be some place I can kind of seek cover near that debris.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because I'm trying to get closer to Tally.
Yeah,
without...
you could totally seek cover under the awning. We'll put you next to it for map purposes.
Yeah, we're going under for cover.
Going under.
So this is yeeting a flea and then ducking for cover is entirely my turn.
All right. Yeet the flea, duck for cover. Carrion, you're done. It's time for Zoe.
Let me see. Do I have a good shot at it, or should I move backwards because of where it is?
Are you talking about
You know
the
what?
flea?
No,
Or
sorry,
the-
the troll.
You could climb on a box and be right next
In
to
the
it.
dungeon. You know what? Let's do it. Let's grab its attention.
All
Hey,
right, so
ugly.
do it.
I'm gonna shoot it. I'm gonna shoot it. Pachoo! Oh god, that almost went everywhere. Alright, try it again. Pachoo! Oh, rolled a 17, so 21 to hit.
That's going to hit. Roll me damage.
I am going to Divine Smite this guy. I don't know
Thank
why
God.
I'm so spicy right now. I was gonna say something. Anyway.
You're allowed to be spicy, it's fine.
Whoopsies. 16, 17 again.
17
Points
damage?
of damage. Yep.
Ooh, good. Smashing into this, you can see this thing is starting to look, I'd say, bloodied at this point.
Nice.
Keep hitting it this hard. Your spray of divine energy is going to shatter out. Of course, that means your gun's empty now again.
Yeah, that wasn't a bonus action for Divine Smite, hey?
No, it
Was it?
wasn't.
Okay, I'm gonna reload.
Sounds good.
I
Chunk
don't know how
chunk.
many bullets I have, though.
You have enough
Okay. Okay.
because it's more fun.
Okay.
All right. Red Flea is going to actually. Caitlan, do me a favor. Roll me just a d20.
Yes, sir. Alright. Ka-cha. A 4.
Okay. Just checking to see if you crit. All right, Flea 4 is up, and Flea 4 is going to be discombobulated and confused, and is going to wonder what is going on. And is going to delay its turn to try to figure that out. Trixxi, you're up. It's running on low
All right.
processing power. It's a flea.
Trixie's gonna have her glowing golden gun and take a shot at the troll.
All right, give it to me. Can I
Knock
ask you a quick
everything
question, though?
off. Yeah.
So you are at the edge of its vision, in smoke, but you also, can you hide as a bonus action?
I have advantage from the spell
Okay.
already.
Perfect.
That's why I'm not doing that, because yes, I would. But yes, no, I have, the spell gives me advantage.
Perfect.
And that's a nat 20.
Yes!
Crit, and it doesn't matter because it goes above 20 for the thing, so it like super crit. It's
Super crit.
Okay, so gonna
So
use
what-
Fury of the Small because I forgot about that. So
Yes,
my
please.
last Fury of the Small.
Fury of the Small requires a one-liner, though. I'm adding that house rule. So think of a good one-liner. Yippee-ki-yay, Mr. Troll. Or something like that suffices.
All right, 44. 16 points of piercing damage
Beautiful hit.
to this thing.
16 points of piercing damage. It's looking pretty nice, I'll tell you that.
Oh god.
Nice.
What?
It looks nice.
That is the insane amount of HP that we have. That thing has then. Holy fuck. Okay.
I will say
Uh,
something to you real quick.
Bonus action hide now.
So, I'm gonna give can I get a perception roll with disadvantage from everybody who is up here?
What do you mean up here?
When you say up here, does that
sorry,
include
everybody
Carrion,
who's
who's
up.
undercover?
Oh,
Ah, who's
with
conscious?
advantage.
Yes. Because of the smoke.
Job.
2 and a
Oh,
5.
2, 11.
So
12.
9.
9. What'd you get, Trixxi?
10.
All right. Well, never mind. It's all good. It's all good. So, actually, Zoe,
Yes.
I'm going to give you advantage on this because on its turn, the flea has been damaged pretty hard, the red flea, and is going to use its action to go home. It is going to leap onto the back of the troll and is going to embed its proboscis into its back and begin drinking.
Gross.
And as it does, you are going to see that the troll does take some damage, but is going to start regenerating. And so will the flea, though. Will slowly start regenerating. But as you look at the flea, and I've spent
you
my
want me to
last drama
reroll?
bomb for this. What's that?
You want me to re-roll?
Yeah, just re-roll a flat roll, because yours is right in front of you.
Okay. 15.
15, the flea is soaked in alcohol from the barrel it got launched into.
Fire seems like it might be particularly effective.
Top of the initiative, Tally. Tally, what are you doing? What are
Could
you
I say
thinking
that?
of?
She is thinking about the fact that one of the only people in the world that she has ever cared about was sent off to some random place and just gunned down. And that nobody else in the world is going to care about this person, but she does. And she wants to make sure that she will actually be remembered by somebody. And she is probably one of the last people to actually know who she was.
All right. You are going to be thinking about that. And as you do, the black smoke is going to start to erupt, getting closer and closer. As it does so, you are going to feel that some of it drift your way. It starts to obscure some parts of the troll. It obscures the flea, and Belle, you're going to have to move around to get a vantage point on it. But as that occurs, the ground beneath you is going to tremble and break, and you are going to slide out beneath the troll's legs onto the ground below in the alley. And that is your last thought as you fall away. The troll's turn. The troll looking around. Zoe, you're right here. It's going to take some attacks on you. Number one, it's going to be a 26 to hit you.
Yes.
Number two, it's going to be a 26 to hit you.
Yes.
Okay, so 2 slashes. That's going to be... Good luck, Zoe.
Yeah. For realsies.
For realsies. That's going to be a total of 7 on the first one.
Okay.
Okay. And then... Oh, pardon me. Total of... Sorry, 11 on the first one.
Okay.
Are you still up?
Yep.
Okay, and a total of 11 on the second one.
Okay, I am down.
Okay. It slashes into you twice, ripping into you.
Okay.
And that is going to drop you. The troll is also going to regenerate some hit points. Actually, it's not, because it's being fed off by my boy. But in the process, you are going to see its face split as its nose separates into multiple noses that start feeding it additional air. It can smell you a mile away. Belle, you're up.
All right, she's gonna move over enough to, I guess, kind of see it and shoot down at it.
All right, sounds good. Go ahead, give it to me.
Well, first, bonus action, I forgot I have Hex.
Oh, yeah. Hex me.
So I'm casting Hex on it.
Okay, and what disadvantage are you giving? Which save are you giving disadvantage to, or save and rolls? Is that the way it works?
Is there anything I've seen that I would think a specific one? Right now?
A lot of magic is dex saves, but I mean strength saves maybe to counter
Is it
its.
Hex ability checks?
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
it is-
ability checks. It's not really
Yeah.
That's
super
fair, yeah,
useful in combat. It's weird.
Yeah.
For like a strength check, like for contested for grappling, that kind of thing. could
Yeah,
be
so that would
useful.
counter its
Yeah.
high strength probably, or
Okay,
its con.
let's do that one then.
Okay, sounds good. All right.
Yeah, I was thinking con potentially as well, but I wasn't sure if it was actually doing something with it to heal or.
No, trolls
But-
just naturally heal. Crazy
Okay.
amount.
That is gonna be 26 to hit.
26 to hit is going to be a hit. And Robin, I forgot to ask, who gets your advantage for that crit that you made?
Ooh. Carrion.
Karen? Okay.
Okay, so that is going to be 6 points of necrotic damage.
Okay, 6 points of necrotic damage.
And 11 points of just firearms damage.
Okay. Beautiful. That is going to rocket out, smashing into this troll. It's very badly damaged. Zoe, what are you thinking about right now? So you can use your action to speak, we decided, or you could also basically use... what was the rule we were doing? We were saying that you could speak and that you could... was it use a bonus action? Would we say bonus actions were okay?
I don't remember.
I don't remember. We decided this in
Sorry.
episode 0 and it hasn't come up.
I'm so sorry.
No, it's okay. I will double check our rules for that, but you can totally speak while you are this badly wounded.
she'll probably... You should please use fire.
All right, saying use fire. What is holding you together? Like, what is...
Well, she finally feels like useful. They're gonna do this. They're solving a mystery. She's finding her raison d'etre again. With these this purpose. With these four
Sounds
girls.
good. You are going to...
Oh, wait. Can I, when I say use fire, can I, like, try to fling my tinderbox somewhere? Because
Yeah,
I have
absolutely.
a priest's pack.
Yeah, you totally could. That's an object interact. You can totally do an object interact. So you could
Wait, what's a
absolutely just
tinderbox?
drop it on the ground. We'll
'Cause I
say that it
also have,
lands
like,
amidst the
flint
cabbages.
steel or something like that. That might be better.
What's that?
Oh, my cabbages.
Yeah,
Sorry.
next to your cabbages.
I have... Oh, no. Nope, just a tinderbox. Okay. Okay, yep. Thank you.
Perfect. All right. Carrion, you're up.
All right. I'm close enough. I should have been able to hear that, right?
Yes.
Okay. Now, double check what's in an explorer's pack, but I'm pretty sure a torch is included in that.
100%.
So, can I... Okay. So there's the tinderbox. Then there's all this smoke coming from places, which suggests there's fire somewhere, but not visible to me. So
Not
the
visible to
tinderbox, probably the quicker option.
Tinderbox
Okay.
is quick. You can light a torch as your
Okay.
object interact.
Object interact, lighting a torch. So we're going to move to go do that, because I figure
Mhm.
if it's in the cabbages,
Yep.
approximately like 10 feet over, we're going to light the torch, and we're going to throw it
Okay, go ahead and
directly at
make
this troll.
me a thrown weapon attack.
And I believe I have advantage from...
You do have advantage
Trixxi?
from Trixxi, yeah.
Okay. Okay. I'm going to grab it. Okay. Okay. So what am I adding to that? Because it's...
So it's going to be a thrown weapon check. So it is...
Well, this would be a strength, I
yeah, it
would
is-
presume.
God, I always mix
It's
this
not
up because
finesse.
every system does it differently. One sec. Does anybody remember off the top of their head?
Well, it should be strength.
For what?
For thrown weapons.
The question is, am I proficient with it? Because it's not like a weapon.
You are not.
So is this like an athletics, or is this just a strength check?
It's a strength attack roll because you're trying to strike a creature with it.
Yeah, okay. So in that case, it would just be my roll plus my strength.
Yes.
Okay. So in that case, it is an 18.
18 is going to hit. Can
Okay.
you do me a favor and roll me? It's going to strike
Oh.
the alcohol.
And
so
this is the
that-
first time I'm doing an attack with my thing. Do I add an extra d4 from my favored?
Oh, yes, you would.
So,
So what I need you to roll is this is going to count as an alchemist flask when it goes off.
okay. I rolled max on my d4 though, so just, so that's a 4.
Perfect. Okay, so 4. You are going to add your strength to the damage for the club. The club's only going to do 1 point of damage. But can you roll me an additional d4?
Mm-hmm.
Actually, roll me 2d4 from the amount of alcohol on this flea.
So that's a total of 6 plus my strength.
Yes.
10 plus 4
10.
from the d4, so 14.
All right.
Oh, jeez.
He is going to ignite, and you can smell cooking and bubbling fat. The flea is going to die as it goes up in flames, and this fire is going to do 20 points of fire damage to him, and he is now on fire.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna run. Well, I say run, but it's gonna be like trying to got like 20 feet left of movement. We're ducking back under cover,
Perfect.
basically,
All right.
like underneath.
And Trixxi, there is a flaming troll on top of a collapsing balcony. What do you do?
I'm seeing Zoe right beside this flaming troll knocked out. Trixie's just gonna spend her movement and action to try and pull Zoe away from this flaming troll, so it
All right,
doesn't attack
sounds
her.
good. Sounds good. You can absolutely use your move action to move her wherever you'd like.
So with dragging, because I'm technically small, would it be? Should I make a strength?
Make me a strength check. Yeah, you can use your athletics on this.
Okay. Ooh, that's a 4.
Total of a 4. Sounds good. I'm gonna let you re-roll that with something good happens that was just bought for you.
That's a 10.
That's gonna be enough to drag a body.
Cool. Fully accepting that she got close enough to this thing to take an opportunity attack from this creature. But she's focused on trying to
Does a
shield
14 hit you?
Zoe. No, my AC 16.
Okay, it's going to slash down at you from up there, but with the fire, it has disadvantage on all of its actions right now because trolls don't like fire. All right, top of the initiative, it is its turn again. If you are done, it is distracted by fire and is going to try to put itself out. However, it's pretty dumb. So it is going to make an intelligence roll with disadvantage. That is a 2 minus 3. It is going to roar and just try to claw the flesh away that is on fire, only to expose new flesh to catch on fire. And with that, it is going to be... it is going to be Belle's turn, actually. All right, so you successfully drag Zoe's body as far away as possible. The troll makes an opportunity attack against you, but fails. And it tries to put itself out, but is too dumb to do so. So, Belle, it's your turn. This troll is very badly hurt and is on fire right now.
Okay. I am going to shoot it then.
Cool. All attacks against the troll are going to have advantage this round.
Sweet. Unfortunately, dual mark is after a short rest.
Okay.
So that 19 does not crit.
It still hits. Roll me damage.
Okay. That is 5 points of necrotic damage and 8 points of normal firearm damage.
Perfect. All right. There is an explosion of energy as you fire down into that. You see that as this thing is burning, it is not regenerating. And Carrion, you're up. What do you do? This thing is on fire. It is a beacon on top. Zoe is clear now. You have a perfect shot if you want to take it.
Tally isn't. We don't know where Tally is.
You don't know where Tally is.
Oh shit. Okay. Concerning. Is this thing, how high up is this thing? Is the troll?
The troll is up on the balcony about 12 feet up.
Okay. So if I run under and try and get between to where I saw Tally sliding.
You'll probably
Could I go
have
retrieve
an
her?
opportunity attack.
Oh, it would be close enough for that? Okay.
It's
I thought
got
that was...
long extra arms. Yep.
Well, shit. Then I will instead do a disengage and then go 5, 10, 15, 20, and then try and get into there to try and see if I... Under that
Alright.
balcony area.
Looking
Which means
in,
it should not.
the alley is mostly collapsed there. As you round the corner, you can see that underneath the balcony, the alley that it fed into has completely been obscured by the collapsing alleyway, but you don't see her body anywhere sticking under the rubble. Maybe she ran away?
Unlikely.
This
Okay, so that was
creature-
I did a disengage as an action.
Mhm.
So that it wouldn't get attacks of opportunity.
Yes.
So we're just diving in there. We're just jumping in. We're going right in.
Okay.
I think it was
Sounds-
up there, so it was like 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. If I can get into there for 30 feet, like underneath.
All right. Sounds good. You absolutely can. Down the initiative. Zoe, what are you doing?
Dying currently.
It's true. What are you thinking of? What are you doing?
Okay. Okay. I think she held on to consciousness just long enough to feel Trixxi kind of start to drag her away, at least. And she's trying to really will herself to like get up. She needs to protect this one. Why is that small, friendly girl protecting her when she's this 300-pound machine? That's her job. You do your damn job, Zoe.
And as you say that to yourself, you hear the sound of flapping wings overhead in your mind. And a robotic, a Warforged voice saying, "Do your job, Zoe. We have to repel this." And you are going to feel some strength in your fingers. You may make an attack roll with at flat.
Oh, amazing. Actually, that reminds me, repelling. That's okay, for next time. It's probably got a good strength. 15 to hit.
15 to hit is a hit. Roll me damage.
Nice. Good job. Not great. 5.
5. The flaming troll takes a shotgun blast to the knee, toppling it over. It is going to slide down, falling onto the ground, crushing the area that you would use to climb just a moment ago. And as it hits the ground hard, Trixxi, what do you do?
So, mechanically, is Zoe stable? Is she up?
She just made an attack roll, but she's still leaking very badly.
Okay.
She'd be gasping if she had to breathe.
I have one more spell slot. I'm going to cast Cure Wounds on Zoe and be like, I hope you can heal. And hoping that a Warforged heals. She's going to try and heal this. Cure Wounds. D8 plus my spellcasting cap. I don't know why I rolled a d20, but you know, let's try it. Let's try a d8.
That's optimistic. I like it.
Well, no, I rolled a 1 on the d20, so I'm glad I didn't. There's a 6. That's 11 points for either Zoe as Trixxi kind of just. You'll see that she has like this vial, and she's like just pours it down your gullet.
All right. Pouring it down. What do you say?
Oh no, I was trying to figure out if she's gonna move and hide from this thing, but I think because Zoe's still...
Hide behind me.
Oh, Zoe! Yeah, Trixie's going to bonus action try and hide in the smoke to take another shot at this thing next turn.
All right, as you do that, this creature, top of the initiative, is going to now, the fires have quelled. It rises up and lets out a roar as you see its mutated body begin to reform itself. And then a gunshot fires out, peppering through its body. And then another and another. From the south, you see several folks emerge from the shadow, aiming and firing. The troll lets out a roar as its body is peppered again and again and again. Magic bullets, normal bullets, and spells hurled at the creature. It lets out a horrible roar and collapses to the ground as a platoon of dragoon hunters make their way into the square. As it hits the ground and you look at its body, you're going to see it begin to dissolve and pop. Green liquid oozing out of pustules. And as it does, it lets out one last convulsing heave. Vomits up its own stomach. And as it begins to dissolve inside of the mucous membrane that lines that stomach wall, you, Zoe, and you, Trixxi, are going to see a small, finger-sized lump of ColdIron. But as that occurs, in the alley, we see Tally's body being dragged. She's unconscious, battered, but stable. The man carrying her has dark hair, a strong build. He's in his 40s, maybe 50s. His clothing is middle class, of Emresian make. He has the growth of a month of beard on his chin. He is carrying her. And although she's unconscious and cannot hear this, you do. I'm gonna find out what you did with my daughter, you bitch. As he takes her into the smoke of the chaos surrounding Prospect. But we're going to have to pick up there next time here on ColdIron. Yeehaw!
Yeehaw.
Yeehaw!
Oh my goodness.
And Robin, I see your note, so Trixxi, I'll say
real
that you can grab that. I would put it in a container or something. All right,
Well, yeah,
folks.
she has it with the other one. She'll put it in her bag with the other ColdIron.
Yeah, it's gonna totally. That's the art of what you were up against.
Wow.
I love it.
That's
I
so
love it.
bad.
Oh
I
yeah,
hate all
it's
of it so much. It's so gross.
so gross.
Yep.
Hey, folks, you guys are all amazing. Players, you're all amazing. We are going to be back next week. We will see you for ColdIron, at least most of us will. I look forward to it, but I also look forward to thanking all of our amazing patrons over patreon.com/dorktales. Join them. Join my mom and Shaikon Dave Vermillion as our divine producers. Join Sorcerer Sanguine as our demonic producer. Our wizards of the Patreon, of course, are Tammy the Forever Cleric, the Ink Goblin, Crusher Urquhart, and Big Nut. Our monster maker is Soul Omen. Our high council is Terran, Amberthus, Raven of the Baubles, Chef of the Death, Mike Baxter, Brian Kaler, Nerdy Metal Gent, Grumpy Owl, Cody, David Prophet, and Andrea Gresham. Thank you so much for all of your love, support, and everything that you do for us. We will see you next time on ColdIron. Goodbye, everybody. Yeehaw.